Role-playing scenarios. Role-playing involves adopting different personas or characters during sexual encounters. It allows individuals to explore fantasies, power dynamics, and scenarios that may not be possible in their everyday lives. Common role-playing scenarios include doctor-patient, teacher-student, boss-secretary, or fantasy characters from movies or books. Outdoor or public sex. Engaging in sexual activity in outdoor or public settings can add excitement and novelty to sexual experiences. However, it's important to consider legal implications, privacy concerns, and safety precautions when exploring this fantasy. BDSM, bondage, discipline, dominance, submission. BDSM encompasses a variety of erotic practices involving bondage, discipline, dominance, submission, and sadomasochism. It involves consensual power exchange dynamics and often incorporates elements such as restraint, spanking, sensory deprivation, and role-playing. Threesome or group sex. Threesomes and group sex involve sexual activity with multiple partners simultaneously. This fantasy can stem from a desire for variety, exploration, or the thrill of sharing intimacy with others. Communication, trust, and clear boundaries are crucial for a fulfilling and safe experience. Voyeurism. Voyeurism is the act of obtaining sexual gratification from observing others engaged in intimate activities. It can involve watching a partner undress, spying on neighbors, or even viewing pornography. Consent and privacy considerations are essential when exploring voyeuristic fantasies. Exhibitionism. Exhibitionism is the desire to expose one's nudity or engage in sexual activity in public or semi-public spaces, often for the purpose of arousal or thrill-seeking. It can involve activities such as flashing, nude sunbathing, or public sex acts. Legal and ethical considerations should be taken into account when exploring exhibitionistic fantasies. Dominance, submission. Dominance and submission dynamics involve consensual power exchange roles, where one partner takes on a dominant role, while the other assumes a submissive role. This can include activities such as bondage, discipline, verbal commands, and service-oriented tasks. Sexual encounters with a stranger. The fantasy of having a sexual encounter with a stranger often involves the thrill of anonymity, excitement of the unknown, and liberation from social constraints. Safety precautions, such as practicing safe sex and meeting in public places, should be prioritized when exploring this fantasy. Age play. Age play involves role-playing scenarios where individuals act out roles of different ages, such as playing as children, teenagers, or adults of different generations. This fantasy allows for exploration of power dynamics, nurturing instincts, and taboo scenarios within a consensual and safe framework. Erotic massage. Erotic massage combines sensual touch with relaxation techniques to enhance arousal and intimacy between partners. It focuses on stimulating erogenous zones, relieving tension, and promoting sensual connection through the power of touch. Fetish play. Fetish play involves sexual arousal or gratification from non-traditional objects, body parts, materials, or activities. Common fetishes include foot fetishism, leather fetishism, latex fetishism, and many others. Exploring fetishes can deepen intimacy and understanding between partners, but clear communication and consent are essential. Sexual exploration with food or sensory items. Incorporating food or sensory items into sexual play can heighten arousal and stimulate the senses. This may include using items like whipped cream, chocolate syrup, ice cubes, feathers, or silk scarves to explore different sensations and textures during intimacy. Erotic literature or storytelling during sex. Sharing erotic stories or reading erotic literature aloud during sexual encounters can enhance arousal and stimulate imagination. This fantasy allows partners to explore fantasies, desires, and scenarios in a creative and intimate way, fostering deeper connection and excitement. Sex in unusual locations. Experimenting with sex in unusual or unexpected locations can add excitement and novelty to sexual experiences. This may include locations such as a secluded beach, in a tent while camping, in a car, or in a hotel elevator. However, safety, privacy, and legal considerations should always be taken into account. Rough or aggressive sex. Rough sex involves consensual sexual activity that includes elements of dominance, aggression, or intensity. This may include spanking, hair pulling, biting, or verbal degradation. Establishing clear boundaries, communication, and aftercare are crucial when exploring rough sex fantasies. Tantra, or prolonged sensual experiences. Tantra is an ancient practice that focuses on deepening intimacy, connection, and pleasure through prolonged sensual experiences. It emphasizes mindfulness, breathwork, and energy exchange to enhance sexual pleasure and spiritual connection between partners. Incorporating sex toys or accessories. Sex toys and accessories, such as vibrators, dildos, handcuffs, blindfolds, and lingerie, can add excitement and variety to sexual encounters. Experimenting with different toys and accessories can help discover new sensations, enhance pleasure, and spice up the bedroom. Cosplay or dressing up as fictional characters. Cosplay involves dressing up as fictional characters from movies, TV shows, comics, or video games. This fantasy allows individuals to explore different personas, role-play scenarios, and indulge in creativity and imagination, while adding an element of excitement and novelty to sexual encounters. Taboo fantasies. Taboo fantasies involve desires or scenarios that may be considered socially or culturally forbidden, such as incest roleplay, age play, or teacher-student dynamics. Exploring taboo fantasies can provide a safe and consensual outlet for exploring desires that may be considered unconventional or taboo in mainstream society. Sensory deprivation or sensory overload experiences. Sensory deprivation involves reducing or eliminating sensory input, such as sight, sound, or touch, to enhance other sensations and heighten arousal. Conversely, sensory overload involves overwhelming the senses with intense stimulation to create a sensation of heightened pleasure and arousal. Both experiences can be explored consensually to enhance sexual experiences and deepen intimacy between partners. Mutual masturbation. Mutual masturbation involves engaging in self-pleasure while in the presence of a partner who is also self-pleasuring. This intimate act allows partners to explore their own bodies while sharing in the arousal and pleasure of each other's company. Sensory deprivation. Sensory deprivation involves intentionally limiting or removing sensory input to heighten other sensations and enhance sexual pleasure. This can include blindfolding, earplugs, or using sensory deprivation chambers to focus on tactile sensations and enhance intimacy between partners. Erotic hypnosis. Erotic hypnosis involves using hypnosis techniques to induce a trance-like state in which individuals experience heightened suggestibility and increased arousal. This fantasy can include exploring fantasies, enhancing sexual pleasure, or even role-playing scenarios under the guidance of a trusted partner or trained hypnotherapist. Fantasy fulfillment. Fantasy fulfillment involves sharing and acting out sexual fantasies with a partner in a safe and consensual manner. This can range from simple role-playing scenarios to elaborate fantasies that explore desires, kinks, or fetishes in a supportive and trusting environment. Sensual domination. Sensual domination focuses on power dynamics that prioritize sensual pleasure, intimacy, and connection between partners. Unlike more intense forms of BDSM, sensual domination emphasizes gentle control, erotic teasing, and nurturing dominance to enhance intimacy and arousal during sexual play. So stay curious, stay adventurous, and remember to prioritize mutual respect, communication, and consent in all your sexual experiences. Take care and happy exploring. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time.